So a couple of days ago I completed Far Cry 5 and oh boy was that an amazing game. It's a really good ending and it makes you think about life, but before that let me tell you what Far Cry 5 is in case you don't know what it is. And if you don't know, A, why you on this video, and B, where have you been living, under a fucking rock? Like whatever, that's not the point. Point is that I'm here to talk about a possible idea or a theory or whatever, maybe Ubisoft's already come up with this for a DLC or a standalone game that they can make. This is going to highly depend on the ending of Far Cry 5, which I'm going to say which one it is after I give out with a spoiler warning. It's going to spoil the whole game necessarily. So if you haven't played the game or you're planning to, I'll click off this video if I were you. But if you don't really give two shits, only one shit but not two, and you've already completed the game, then stay on this video and, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? You've already completed. So I'm going to base this off the Resist ending, where you fight Joseph Christ, where you fight the father. Yeah, that's a better name. Where you fight the father and you end up in the bunker with him, and Dutch, in this theory idea thing, is presumably knocked out or dead for the first bit of it. So what really happens is, after he's been giving you the speech, you stay handcuffed to the bed. He feeds you, waters you, sound like a plant. He feeds you and gives you water, keeps you alive necessarily for a couple of days. Sometimes when he's feeding you, you can see Dutch in the background moving around. Sometimes you can, next day you wake up, you can see things moved or something like that, and that could just be a hint that Dutch is alive, whereas the father says he's in the other room dead or something, I don't know. So one day it's night, pitch black, you can barely see anything, you can just see the father sleeping on the bed above you, and then Dutch zooms out and uncuffs you, which, like, it's going to be a surprise to players because most people may think he's dead. I think he's knocked out since there's a lack of blood, just a cut on his face, but whatever, that's a debate for another day. He uncuffs you and he's like, you gotta get out of there, you gotta like help everyone you can because of this bombing, you gotta stop the remaining Eden's Gators, the remaining cultists. That's amazing, Eden's Gators, holy Christ. You gotta stop the remaining cultists from killing people necessarily. You gotta go out there and save people. So you do that, you're about to walk, and then father appears in front of you in his magic mysterious ways. Because, well, he's the father, he can do many things. And Dutch would sacrifice himself for you so you could escape and possibly save everyone above ground, see what happens. So Dutch basically starts attacking him. He's like, you're my only family, starts chanting some random shit. You don't really care because, well, he's a crazy man. So you just run away while Dutch is fighting him, and yeah, that's how it ends. So you're outside of the bunker now on your own. Man, you get a call from Dutch. He said, kid, I made it out and I'm gonna help you help other people by communicating to you, picking up radio chatters, seeing if anybody needs any help, and just more support. So you go off your way. He tells you, how about you check where this all started, Fool's End, maybe there will be some survivors there. And necessarily it's going to be the same game, but it's going to be like different things, and maybe animals can be mutated. You could have like irradiated deer with like two heads and they have like sharp teeth, they could come and munch your ass or something. Or bears are just really massive, they have like skin peeling off, and just be more grotesque but more of the same thing. So people who liked Far Cry 5 will definitely like this DLC. So you go to Fool's End and then you see like the populace there is hiding in houses, people dead. Your character, maybe they could make your character talk, I don't know. It's Ubisoft, they can decide. So you're in Fool's End and see all the dead people. Then you suddenly get attacked by Eden's Gate, saying, oh, this is the false shepherd, the heretic or whatever, the mumbo jumbo they're on about. And this is where the DLC starts, like proper story of it. after you take them out, people come out from Fool's End saying, "Oh God, you're the hero who saved us. You killed everyone." And yeah, that all happens. Then you get a call from John, Joseph. Why the fuck do I keep saying John? You get a call from Joseph, the father. He says, the world has been born anew. We are now Adam and Eve," and he just talks about really Genesis and how, like the book of Genesis, and how he's Adam, you're Eve, and how you must start the world, make your own family, and basically he's just trying to be a Peter. That's really what I'm trying to get at. And well, the story could follow the creation story of, well, the new creation story, the one about more about Adam and Eve than the world being created itself. And it can be more about Adam and Eve than the world, like I said, but he wants to lead you into his own cult and turn you into Eden's Gate Herald, since you're his only family left. Whereas you're trying to resist that, you're trying to help people, you got help of Dutch, you're really rebuilding the whole of Hope County. And yeah, that could be really the DLC. You have to rebuild Hope County. You go back, get all your Southerner friends, and in the end you just finally murder the father. Well, maybe not murder, you put him to justice, you find all your free people. And it could be just a spin of the heretic system, like instead of it just being like enemy here, kill him, enemy there, kill him, enemy back here, kill him, and you gotta just kill the three siblings. You more gotta rebuild it. You gotta like conquer outposts from like animals, wildlife, Eden's Gate members, rebuild. And I just think it'll be a pretty cool addition. It'll just be like Far Cry 5 in a different skin, maybe not different skin, but different missions, and it'll just be Far Cry 5 like made again, renew or something. I don't know, I just seem like that's a pretty cool idea, and it would bring like more hype to the game, because DLC right now, from what I've heard, people are not really into it. They don't really like it. Like, I think the DLC, oh sorry there, I just yawned. I think the DLC is going to be pretty cool for Far Cry 5, like the zombies, the Mars one. That's the one I'm looking forward to, but I'm also looking forward to the Vietnam one, which is probably, in my opinion, the one that's going to be Far Cry 5 the most. Like, it's going to have like outposts and all that, whereas the Mars one is probably not going to really have outposts. It's more a story one. And from what we've heard for the zombie one, it just sounds like it's going to be like Black Ops Zombies, Call of Duty Zombies, wave-based type of game. So if they did like this continuation of Far Cry 5, maybe a big DLC that doesn't come with the season pass, it might piss off people, but they could do that. A big DLC that doesn't come with the season pass, or a whole new game like Far Cry 5, I don't know, Aftermath or something like that, or Revelations, I don't know, some like Bible chapter, I don't know. Just an idea I've came up with. Remember that it's got like no clues, no nothing like backing it. It's just purely my idea. Could be like Far Cry 5 something, I don't know. I just think it would be a cool idea to see Ubisoft do this. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little theory idea for what Ubisoft could do for a DLC, which could bring some life back, well, not life back into the game, maybe some hype. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for, more hype to the game than anything else. If you liked the video and you like this idea, leave a like, comment on it. Maybe you could talk about some of your ideas and improve on mine. Maybe you know someone from Ubisoft, you could let them know about this idea I came up with, or show them a video, or just anything like that. If you'd like to see this happen, maybe share it, send it to them. But yeah, that's just a little idea I came up with. I just think it would be a really cool DLC game thing to do. And yeah, that's really it. If you like this video, like the idea, leave a like obviously, and I don't know, see you back in Hope County slaying the Peggies, and see ya.